Hello students, welcome to science class. Today I am going to discuss chapter number 9 and the name of the chapter is Animals that have bones. That is chapter number 9 and the name of the chapter is Animals that have bones. Okay. So bone is the most important thing in our body which gives us support, which gives us shape to the body. Okay. So animals, we are animals. And so are insects, worms, fish, frogs, lizards, birds, dogs, cats, zebra, lion, tiger, etc., etc. They are also animals. Okay. So we have common similarities. We have similarities. All living beings have similarities. Okay. That they can breathe. All these things are the living being similarities. They have similar common things. Okay. See in between them. So all of us similar in some ways. Yes, we are. We are similar in some or other ways. Okay. So like let us see the similarities. Animals are similar in some ways. All animals have some things in common. So all animals are having some things in common in them. Like living organisms, all the living things should breathe. They breathe. Okay. For they respire. Then they reproduce. Okay. So they need food and water. They move from one place to animals. Animals can move from one place to one place to another place. They have babies. They are born, they grow and they die. All living beings have a death. Okay, so they die. They are born, they live and they die. They can feel and they show what they feel. They can feel the feelings, okay, and they can respond, they can show what they feel. Okay, like human beings. Okay, sadness. If you feel sad, what you do? Of course you cry. If you feel happy, of course you smile. Okay, by seeing the smile on your face itself, one can tell that you are happy. Okay, that is the respond you are showing to the because of your feeling happiness. Okay, so cry is a response of sadness. Okay, then hot cold winter season, if you feel hotness, then what you do? You wear a very light cloth, you sweat. Okay, so this is the response we are doing it. Okay, and cold in the winter season, what you wear? You wear sweater. So do animals have their own feelings? Animals also have their own way of responding, as human beings also respond to their feelings. Animals also have their own ways of feelings. Like cat, example you can take it as a cat, pet cat. Okay, when cat feels very happy, cat wags its tail. That means moves its tail. That is the response of cat's feeling. Okay, whenever the cat is very happy, it moves its tail. Okay, by seeing the movement of its tail itself, by seeing the wagging of its tail itself, you can say, yes, this cat is very happy at this time. Okay, so they express their sadness, happiness, anger, everything. They respond to their feelings. Let us see what are the animals having different kinds of responses. Okay, so animals feel and show what they feel. All animals can feel some things like heat and cold. Yes, of course, all animals can feel hot and cold. Okay, so hot and cold. They also show that what they feel or respond to things around them. They also show what they feel and they respond to the things around them. If anybody gets hurt, if you also get hurt, you say, I got a pain. Okay, so here I got wounded here. It is paining. Okay, so it is paining. Or sometimes unintentionally, if you get hurt, like suppose my elbow is getting stuck here, immediately I take my hand. That is a response. Okay, that is a response I am providing because of getting hurt here. Okay, so pain. Okay, so that is the immediate response, you can say. Immediate response to a feelings. Okay, to a things. Okay, birds fluff out their feathers when they feel cold. Okay, so when they feel cold, they fluff up their feathers. Okay, and insects become still and pretend to be dead when they are scared. So insect becomes still. That is insect doesn't move from one place to another when they get threatened, when they get frightened. Okay, so when they have a scare of that enemies will come and hunt them, or enemies are nearby them to to harm them. Okay, so at that time they get still and pretend to be dead. They show as if they were dead. Okay, so as if they were dead, so that enemy can go away by saying, yes, this insect is dead, so how can I harm that insect? Okay, so they pretend to be still in a statue position, in a same position without any movement, or they pretend to be dead. Okay, so they pretend to be when they become scared. Okay, dogs wag their tails when they are happy. Dogs and cats wag their tails when they feel very happy. That means moves their tails. By the movement of their tail itself, we can say that dogs and cats are very happy. They are responding. Okay, they are showing their happiness by wagging their tails. Okay, you may have noticed some ways in which the animals around you respond. So yes, you have noticed this one, dogs and cats. Obviously, this is a common thing I am telling you. Dogs and cats wag their tails to show their response. Even you can see dogs open up their mouth. Okay, open their mouth and take breath. Okay, at the summer season, you see, when they feel very hot, okay, to cool their body, they breathe with the mouth, they open up their tongue. That is the feeling of responding to the feeling of hotness. Dog, I mean, responds it like this. Okay, so this is the response of cat and dog. You can see easily at your home if you have pet dogs, if you have pet animals. Okay, animals are different in many ways. Yes, animals are different in many ways. The living organisms, the living animals have some common similarities. Already I told you, like breathing, they breathe, they move from one place to another, they need food and water to live. Okay, so these are all the common things which living organisms, living animals have. But animals are different in their own ways. Okay, so different animals have their different purpose, different function to do, different characteristics they have. You know that animals are different in many ways. Some live on land, some live in water, some walk, some swim, and some fly. Yes, animals, although they have a common similarities because they have a life, but still they have different characteristics, different ways. Okay, so like some animals live on land, some animals live in water, some animals can fly. So the animals, those who can live on land, like you can say human beings. Okay, we are living on land, and animals which are living on land, huge examples, you know very well, huge examples of animals, those who are living on land. Okay, so nearby you, it is a cat, dog, cow, sheep, goat. Okay, wild animals like you can say tiger, lion, all those animals live on land, and some animals live in water, like fish. Okay, then fish, tadpole, all these things, tadpole, and some insects, they live in water. And some animals can fly, like birds. Okay, so birds can fly. Okay, so birds, butterflies, all these things are, they can fly. Okay, some give birth to babies and some lay eggs. Yeah, so these are all the different things. Okay, these are the different ways of animals. Okay, some lay eggs, some give birth to babies directly. Okay, so there is another difference between animals. Some animals have bones and some do not have bones. So there are another one difference between animals is that some animals have bones and some animals do not have any bones. Okay, so all animals that give birth to babies have bones. So do fish, frog, birds, and lizards. So all animals, those who give birth to babies, have bones. Okay, these are all the different ways of animals. The ways of animals, although I am telling you this one, living organisms have similarities, but instead of that similarities, they have different ways, different characteristics. The different ways, some animals live on land, some animals in water, some animals can fly. Okay, they have, some animals have bones and some animals don't have bones. Okay, so some animals give birth babies directly, some animals lay eggs. Okay, so these are all the different ways of animals. Fish, some fish live in the sweet waters of lakes, ponds, and rivers. Others live in the salty water of the sea. Some eat plants and some eat smaller fish. Okay, so fish lives in water. Okay, so some fish eat plants and some fish eat other small animals, other small insects. Okay, so some eat plant and some eat insects. Okay, some fish live in the sweet lake water, that is without salt water. There is no salt in the lake water and the river water, pond water. They live in the sweet salt lake and in the pond. And some fish are made for the salty water. They can live only in the salty water, that is in sea and oceans. Some even eat mud. Some fish can even eat mud. Okay. So most fish lay lots of eggs and forget about them. When the babies hatch out of these eggs, they have to find their own food. Okay. So most of the fish lay eggs. Okay. Most of the fish except some fish. Okay. Like dolphins, you can say. So dolphins doesn't lay eggs. Okay. So except few fish, you cannot say dolphin is a mammal. It doesn't come under fish also. So but still it have the features of fish. Okay. So most of the fish lay eggs. Okay, and they forget about after laying the eggs. After laying the eggs, they forget about the eggs. Okay. So after a few days, what happens? The egg hatches out and the small fish come out from the egg. They have to find their own survival. They have to find their own food. Okay. They eat small plants. Obviously small fish eats only the small plants, aquatic plants, that is water plant. Okay. Aquatic plant, and some fish also eat mud. So fish swims with the help of their tail and fins. Their body is covered with scales. They breathe by making use of air mixed in water. So water contains some amount of air. Okay. So some water contains some amount of air. Fish swims with the help of fins and tails. If you see the fish now on the top side, you can see the fins. Okay, on the top and the downside, two fins are there here. Page number, you can take 49, page number 49 you take, you see here, this is all the fins. This is a picture of a fish, this fin, okay, on the top, this side also you can see the fin. Okay, scales are covered. Animals are, as we have the skin. Okay, the fish have scales. Okay, which covers their body. They breathe by making use of their gills. Okay, so gills, what they do, the amount of air which is present in water, they take out, they take this water through the mouth and throws out through the gills. Okay, so that when the water goes out, when the water comes out through the gills can the gills can take the air from the water for breathing purpose of what? Breathing purpose, okay, for the fish. So it has been said that gills acts like a lung in the fish. Okay, since it takes the water, it absorbs the air from the water. Okay, they take in water through their mouth and let it out through their gills. The gills soak in air as the water passes over them. Yes, I already told this one. They take water through the mouth and let it out through the gills. At that process, taking in and throwing out, at that time, what happens? The gill absorbs. The gill soaks the air from the water for breathing purpose. Okay. Frogs and toads. These animals live on land and in water. So frogs and toads can live both in land and water. Okay. So the adult live mostly on land. They can swim well with the help of their webbed feet. Okay. So they catch insects with their sticky tongue. So when what happens at this process, I tell you that when the frog lays eggs, okay, in water only. So the tadpole, small tadpole is not distinguished like a frog. It doesn't have any proper limb. It doesn't have any proper trunk and proper limbs. Okay, only it is having a body. Proper head is not there. So only it is you can say that proper shape is not formed. Okay, so frog-like shape is not formed. It is a tadpole. Okay, when the tadpole comes out from hatches out from the egg, at that time what happens? The tadpole have only one tail and a small body. Okay, so the animals which live both the water and in land, it is a frog, and many other animals are also there. Those who can live in water and as well as in land. Okay, like you can say crocodile, all these animals. Then tortoise. Okay, so tortoise, turtle, all these animals can live on land as well as on water also. So frog is the common one. They can swim well with the help of their webbed feet. Okay, so they are having webbed feet in this meaning that in between the fingers they have a skin which attaches their fingers, okay, which attaches their fingers of their limbs, okay. That is why their limbs are said to be a webbed, okay, webbed feet, okay. So they catch insects with their sticky tongue. So they catch insects with their sticky tongue. The tongue has some sticky substances, okay. And even the frog can fold their tongue, okay. So fold their tongue and keep inside their mouth, okay. They have a very long tongue which can be folded and kept inside, okay. They open up the tongue for a long distance and they catch their prey and eat, okay. The mother lays eggs in water. The babies that hatch out of the egg are called tadpoles. The frog mother, the lady mother, female frog, that is mother, lays eggs on water. Eggs in water, and the babies which come out from the eggs, it is called tadpole, okay. So tadpole live in water. They have a tail and gills like fish. As they grow up, they lose their tails and gills. They also grow legs. Tadpoles eat plants, okay. So the tadpole live in water. Tadpole cannot live on the land, okay. Tadpole lives in water. They have a tail, okay, and gills. They have a small gills, okay, which helps them to breathe, which helps them to soak the air from the water, okay. The like similar ways the fish do, okay. The fish gills soak the air from the water for breathing purpose. The same way the tadpole also have. But when the tadpole starts growing stage by stage, step by step, at that time it happens that they grow properly. Their body has been distinguished, like limbs has been formed, and tails will be disappeared, then proper head is formed, proper trunk, proper body is formed, proper shape comes, okay. When you see the tadpole small one, it doesn't even look like its mother frog, okay. It doesn't have the shape of the mother frog, okay. When it grows, after growing to an bigger one, be adult, at that time what happens, it takes the shape of the frog, okay. The tails get disappeared, the gills also get disappeared, because they can live on land also. When they are in water, at that time only the tadpoles have gills, but when they grow up and come to the land, at that time the gills disappears, okay. So gills disappear, so obviously they can breathe the air, okay, directly, breathe in air directly. They grow legs. They also grow legs. At the small tadpoles, the tadpoles doesn't have any legs like a frog, okay. When they grow, they change their body shapes. Lizard, turtle, snakes and crocodiles. Lizards, turtles, snakes and crocodiles are cousins. They all have scales on their body, and they lay eggs on land. So lizard, turtle, snakes and crocodiles are said to be cousins, okay. That means they belong from one family, okay. That is, you can say, a reptile, okay. So they belong from one family. They curl on, okay. They cannot run, and they only crawl, okay. So they are said to be cousins, okay. They are said to be cousins. They have scales on their body. They have scales as we have skins. They have on the upper side, they have scales on their body, and they lay egg on the land, as they can. Crocodile can live in water and on land also, but still the crocodile lays egg on land, okay, for the safety purpose. Lizards are of many kinds of lizards are there. House lizards are there, garden lizards are there, okay. So many types of lizards are there. In the lizard itself, many kinds are there. The smaller ones eat insects, the larger ones eat frogs, mice, birds and so on. The smaller lizard eat insects. In your home itself, the home lizard, you can see, they catch the mosquitoes or flies, they eat the insects, whatever the insect they see, they eat that insect, okay. The smaller lizard eat insects. The wild lizards, that is the garden lizards, they eat like frogs, small frogs, mice, that is mouse, okay. So birds and small birds, okay, and many things what they can find outside in the garden. All lizards can shed their tail. When an enemy catches them, the tail grows back again. So all lizards have the capability to shed their tails, okay, when enemy catches them, okay. So this is the common one at your home itself. You can see, when you try to kill the lizard, at that time what happens? By shedding the tail, by detaching the tail from its body, it runs away, okay. You find the lizard tail at the floor, at the floor itself you will find that lizard tail, okay. So they shed their tail to protect themselves, to move easily, okay, when they feel that enemy is attacking them, okay. So tortoises and turtles are covered with a hard shell. Okay, tortoise and turtles, they are covered with a very hard shell. If you go and beat them also, what happens? They don't get hurt. Okay, because their legs, limbs, they take inside their shell. Okay, the shell is very hard. Okay, the tortoise and turtles cover shell is very hard. Some tortoises live on land and some live in ponds and rivers. Turtles live in the sea. Turtles can be plant eaters or flesh eaters. Okay, so some tortoises live on land and some live in water. Okay, tortoises and turtles can be a plant eater. They can be a plant eater or a flesh eater. Okay, the tortoise and turtles you have seen in Discovery channels and wildlife channels. If you open up the Discovery and the wildlife channels, you see all these things full of animals, full of animals. They show the real tortoise and turtles. Okay, the hard shell, you will see that when they beat on the shell, it when you beat with your hand, suppose if you are going beating with your bare hand without wearing anything, you will get hurt yourself. The tortoise will not get hurt. Okay, so that much of hard shell they are having. Okay, so some eat plant and some they eat flesh also, flesh of other animals they eat. Some snakes live on land and some live in water. Snakes also. Then some snakes live in water and some on land. Okay, they eat all kinds of animals like insects, frogs, fish, mice, birds. Some of them kill with their poisonous bite. Okay. So the snakes eat all kinds of animals like the whatever they find. They eat frog, they eat mice, they eat small birds. Okay, they eat even they can eat the cat also, babies of cats. Okay, if they find. Okay, they bite, dunk their poison into their prey, and afterwards the prey gets killed and they eat nicely. Okay, but all the snakes have one process only. They don't chew their food. Okay, they just take their food wholly, and some crush their food by wrapping themselves around it. They all swallow without chewing. So what happens? Some snakes, okay, bite. Some snakes, okay, dunk their poison into their prey and they kill the prey and afterwards they eat. Okay, so and some snakes just wrap their body around their prey. At that time, what happens? The prey's body gets stuck inside the bodies of snake. That is wrapping process. Okay, the snakes wraps the prey, wraps the animals. Okay, completely and makes to kill. Okay, so at that time afterwards they swallow their food. They don't even chew. Okay, as we chew our food by eating inside our mouth, our teeth. Okay, our teeth breaks down our food. Okay, that is a chewing process. We chew our food. Okay, most animals chew their food, but the snakes never chew their food. They swallow directly. They take that one after killing the prey, after killing the animal. What they do? They directly swallow. Okay, they don't chew their food. Crocodiles eat fish, birds, and other animals. They spend a lot of their time in water, but lay eggs on land. Okay, so crocodiles eat fish, birds, and other animals on its way. Other animals, crocodiles eat fish also, big fish, small fish, and they eat birds. They eat, they eat other animals. Any kind of animals, whatever they find on their way, they eat. Okay, they spend most of their time they spend in water, but while laying eggs, they come out from water and lay eggs on the land. Now we move on towards birds. The body of bird is covered with feathers. Yes, the body of bird is covered very soft and fluffy. No, that is full of feather. Okay, the body of bird is covered with feather. The feathers close to the skin keep a body warm. So the feathers on the tail and wings help it fly. Birds use their wings to fly. They have very light bones, which makes it easier for them to fly. A few birds like ostriches and penguin cannot fly. Okay, so birds, usually we know that birds can fly with their wings. Okay, birds full body is covered with feathers. Okay, that is a fluffy very light thing. Okay, which keeps them warm. Okay, which keeps them warm, like we wear sweater. No, that is the extra coat, you can say. We wear sweaters, so for them they have a feather to keep themselves warm, and they can fly with the help of their tail and their wings, okay, and their body is very light body, so they can fly very easily. Some birds cannot fly, like ostriches and penguins, okay. Penguins live in igloo and in the glacier regions you can find the penguins. Ostriches, the fast running bird, okay, it runs very fast, okay. Ostriches must be this much big, okay, so it can run very fastly, okay. So ostriches and penguins cannot fly, okay. They can walk and they can run. Some birds eat fruits and seeds, some eat fish, some hunt animals like mice and snakes, some eat insects and worms, some drink the juice of flowers. So some birds they eat insects, some birds they take the juice of flowers, they take the nectar from the flowers, the sweet honey which is present inside the nectar, which is present inside the flower. It is said to be a nectar, that it is a quite sweet, okay. So they eat the nectars, the juice of flowers, you can say. Some eat fish, some eat insects, small insects, some eat mice, some eat snakes also. So their body shape, their brick is made of according to their food, according to what kind of food they are eating, okay. The shapes of birds' beak is depend on the kind of food it eats. So the shape of their beak is made of a food. What kind of food they are eating? If suppose eagle can eat a snake, eagle can catch the eat that is a flesh eating bird, you can say. Eagle, vulture are flesh eating birds, okay. They eat mice and all these things, the flesh of other animals they eat. So they are having curve beak, okay, so that they can eat, they can tear their prey, tear the flesh of other animals very easily, okay. So depending upon the food the birds have their beak, okay. So eagles and hawks have sharp curved beaks to tear flesh. Woodpeckers and other insect eaters have long sharp pointed beaks, okay. So woodpecker and the other sharp, okay, other insect eaters, those birds who eat insects, okay, have a very sharp long pointed beak. Grain eaters like sparrows have short, strong beaks. So grain eaters, the birds who can eat grain. Pigeon is a bird which eats, grains, okay, which eats the grains, and the sparrows also is a bird which eats grains, okay. So they have what? Short and strong beaks, so that they can pick the grain and eat easily. Ducks and geese have flattish bills which help them look for food in the mud. You have seen the ducks, okay. So ducks have their beak is quite flatty, so they can search their food in the mud, okay. So they can search their insects, the insects what they want to eat, they can search their with their flatty beak, okay. That is flattish bills they are having, okay. So birds have different kinds of feet too, not only beak. Depending upon their food, I said that they have different kinds of beaks, different shapes of beaks depending upon the food, okay. So food what they eat, okay. So vultures having curved and strong beaks, so they can tear up the flesh. Then short and strong beaks are having pigeons and sparrows are having short and strong beaks, okay. So that they can eat the grains, okay. So the ducks are having flat bills, okay, flat beaks, so they can search their food on the mud, okay. And birds, depending, they have their feet, two different feet they are having, okay. Hunters have strong claws called talons. So hunter birds, okay, hunter birds like eagle is a hunter bird, you can say. So they have a very strong claws, so they can catch their prey very easily with their feet, with their claws, okay, with their claws. That is called talons, okay. They use them to hold animals very strongly. They hold the animals. Most birds have thin, strong toes with which they can hold on to branches. Ducks and other swimmers have webbed feet, okay. So most of the birds have a thin, strong toes, so they can stand on it. They can hold the branch of a plant where they stand, okay, where they sit, okay. So they can hold very firmly. And the ducks and other swimmer birds, ducks is of course is a swimmer, but they have a webbed feet. Webbed feet means in between the fingers are attached with skins, okay. So human fingers, like, see, I don't have a skins in between it, okay. I can move it very nicely. So birds have skins in between their fingers which attaches their fingers. That is called as a webbed feet. So they can swim very easily in the water. Animals that give birth to babies. We and most of our pets belong to this group of animals. Yes, animals, most of pet animals belong to this group of animals by means that they give birth to babies directly. Okay, the human beings give birth to babies directly without laying any egg. Okay, like birds. What is special about this group is that the baby feeds on the mother's milk. So whenever an animal is giving birth directly without laying eggs, that baby feeds on the mother, means the small baby, the infant feeds on the mother's milk. In most of these animals, the baby grows inside the mother body. It looks like a copy of its parents when it is born. So most of the animals, okay, most of the animals in this group, okay, in the means that is directly giving the animals, those who are giving directly birth, okay, birth to their young ones, they look similar to their mother, they look similar to their parents, okay. Not like the tadpole and the frog. Already the tadpole never looks similar to its parents, okay, to its mother, like its mother, okay. Tadpole never looks. It is a small tail and gills are present. When they grow up, at that time only they have the similarities of the parents, okay. But the animals, those who give directly birth, okay, the young one have similarities at the time of the birth itself. They have the similarities of their parents. Like human beings, you can say, the human baby you have seen looks like a human baby. Only head is there, eyes is there, two hand is there, legs are there, okay. So two hands are there, legs are there, similar to their parents, okay. They look similar to most of the animals, those who give baby birth directly. That baby grows inside the mother itself, okay. It is the, you can say, copy of its parents. So in some, like kangaroos and koalas, the babies are not fully formed when they are born, so the mother carries them in a pouch, okay. So kangaroos and koalas, they have a pouch, okay, that is a pocket, flexible pocket on their body, which is used for carrying their babies, okay. Since their babies are not grown properly, okay, so that is why they carry their baby inside the pouch to protect their babies. The animals of this group have hairs on their body. Some, like polar bears, have very thick fur. Porcupines and hedgehogs have very stiff hair called quills, okay. So the horn of rhinoceros too, by the way, it made of hair, okay. So the animals having the baby animals of polar bear and porcupines, they have hairs on their body, okay. So hairs on their porcupine have hairs, and hedgehogs very stiff hairs, that is a very sharp hairs they are having, that is called quills, which protects them from their enemy, okay. So we have a hair on our body, is a very soft one, small, okay, very soft and so small. And porcupines and hedgehogs have very sharp, okay, the very sharp and very stiff hair, okay, which protects them from their enemy, and that hair is said to be as what? Quills. Even rhinoceros have horns to protect themselves, okay. Most of these animals live on land and have 4 limbs. So most of the animals that live on land, okay. The kangaroos you can say, then you can say koalas, then human beings, then most of these animals, cows, dogs, cats, they have what? They have limbs, 4 limbs they have. Some, like bats and monkeys, live on trees. Whales, dolphins, seals, walruses, and a few other live in water and do not have limbs. They have flippers to help them swim, okay. So whales, walruses, then seals, then dolphins, they do not have any limbs like we have. The limbs means the forehand and the hind legs, okay. So the legs and the hands, you can say limbs, okay. So they don't have that, they have flippers. Flippers means that without any finger, a flattened surface without any finger, okay. Flippers, you can see the seals are having flippers. Page number 53, if you take the page number 53, you see here the flippers, they are having flippers, okay. Seals, walruses having flippers without, that is a flattened surface, okay. So flattened one. So they have the flippers. So today I have discussed about the animals that have bones and the different ways of animals, how they are living style of the animals. Some animals live in water, some animals can fly, some animals live on land. Okay, their food habits, then how they protect themselves, what kind of beaks are there in birds, depending upon their food taken, depending upon the food taken by the birds, they have different beaks, different styles of beaks, and they have different styles of foot. Okay, because of their feet, hunters have strong claws and all these things. I have discussed all these things in this chapter, in this chapter, animals that have bones. Still, if you have any doubt, any questions in this chapter, you can contact me between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. to get it clarified with all your doubts. Thank you.